So I started playing guitar back when I was a teenager, and I was in garage bands by the time I was 17. Played my first bar when I was 19. And then in my early 20s, I met up with a dude who was older than me. He was up in his 40s. He had played around the bar scene for a long time and really knew how to work that crowd and knew all about it. And he kind of took me under his wing and was my mentor, even though I didn't necessarily realize it at the time. I didn't really realize that he was mentoring me until years later when I realized that his philosophy had just sort of rubbed off on me, and that's pretty much how I carried myself in the music world. But I remember one night he took me out and we went around town watching several different bands play. And we were sitting there, and I can't remember exactly what it was that the lead singer did, but he just did something that was really tacky. And we both kind of looked at each other and rolled our eyes. And he said, yeah, he said, you know, if you'll pay attention to people, he said, you'll learn what not to do. And that really stuck with me. I thought, you know, he's right. If you watch people close enough, you'll learn what not to do. You'll also learn what to do. You'll pick up some good habits, but you'll also realize what doesn't necessarily look the best. And over the years, I caught myself saying to myself, I just don't want to be that guy. I don't want to do what I just saw that dude do. Back playing in dive bars, I can't count the times that older dudes inadvertently got me laid. They did so because they would come in and they would pick out the youngest girl in the room that was just old enough to be in the place. And they'd pick her out and they would just start just saying the most disgusting, horrid shit. And these guys hadn't been out of the house in 20 years. They didn't know nothing about the dating scene, and it was so cringe. And the girl would come up to me and say, hey, can I tell him that I'm with you so that he'll leave me alone? And you would see them come out there and kind of get her by the hand and try to pull her on the dance floor while requesting some Conway Twitty tune. And I'd be like, man, God, I don't want to be that guy. I have refrained so much sitting in bar rooms now in my 40s because I don't ever want to be that guy. Over the years, I had people come up to me and tell me how I should be living my life and tell me God told them what to tell me. And I'd go, I don't want to be that guy. And over the years, I would hear people bitching about their tax dollars. I never want to be that motherfucker, ever. It's like you see people reacting to certain things and you just say, man, I never want to be that guy. I never want to be the guy that gives a politician money for trading cards. I never want to be the guy that tries to buy a piece of his suit. I never want to be the guy that flies his flag off my fucking boat. I never want to be the guy that, when embraced with evidence, still says, So looking back at that time sitting in that bar with Kenny, I'm thankful he said that to me. Pay attention to what they do. You'll learn what not to do. Every day when I'm in my comment section, I hear Kenny saying that to me. If you sit here long enough, Brandon, you'll realize what you shouldn't be doing. I got the proof. Where? Marjorie Taylor Greene said it to me. Where'd she get it from? She don't know yet. She's going to show us next week. I don't want to be that guy.